Hello YouTube, this is Lachlan T 1984 from Melbourne, Australia, and you could call this, I guess, the next instalment of Lachlan T 1984's famous Teddy Ruxpin saga. Most of you will know about what happened recently with getting Teddy Ruxpin repaired and getting several replacements, etc. Well, this is a Teddy Ruxpin I bought on eBay. I got this from Belleville, Illinois, I believe. This one was quite expensive, but it does work. It works very well. This has a metal cassette player in it, so those of you Teddy Ruxpin aficionados out there will know what I mean when I say that, but what I mean, and I'll quickly show you for those of you who don't know, this is the back of Teddy Ruxpin where the cassette player is and where the batteries go. You can see that this panel at the back here is made of metal, the panel that the tape rests against. That panel is made of metal. Later versions of Teddy Ruxpin had a plastic panel at the back here. I've noticed with this Teddy Ruxpin, when you put the tape in, you've really got to, not forcibly, but firmly push the tape down into place when you play it, whereas with the Teddy Ruxpins that I've had in the past that I've had plastic tape decks, you can just be safe by just putting the tape in and then closing the door. With this one, you really do need to make sure you put the tape in properly. But I've already tested it and it does work, so let's have a look.
Well, it all sounded very confusing at first, but Leota had been flying all of her life and knew just what we should do to make the airship work. And so at last the airship flew perfectly. We said goodbye to Leota.
Goodbye! Goodbye!
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone!
And we were off on our way to Grundo in search of adventure and maybe to find a treasure.
You can hear the tape is actually playing quite fast. It's certainly playing noticeably faster than it normally would, but that's okay. There's not a lot I can do about that aside from taking Teddy Ruxpin apart and adjusting the tape deck speed, but I don't want to because I paid a lot of money for this one, so I don't really want to mess it all up by pulling it apart and messing around in there. It's not really worth it.
Newton Gimmick and Leota the Wood Sprite. And I think we started to learn that it probably wouldn't matter too much if we ever found the treasure or not. The important thing would be the people we would meet and the things we would discover along the way. Come and discover the world with me. There are lots of people we can meet, lots of things to see. So come and discover the world with me. Oh boy, like what makes the leaves in autumn fall? What irritates a honeybee? Why?
Now, I've heard from a few people. I know that with the Teddy Ruxpins that have the plastic tape deck, when the tape comes to the end and stops, what happens, or what seems to happen, is the motor that drives the tape deck stops because there's a sensor that detects when the tape's not turning. And that turns the motor off, preventing damage to the tape and also conserving the batteries. I've heard conflicting reports about the Teddy Ruxpins that have the metal tape deck. Do they have auto stop or do they not? Some people suggested to me that they don't, whereas I've heard some people say that some do. Well, I'm nearly at the end of the airship tape, and you'll see what happens right at the end of the tape. It made a mechanical clunking noise. That was the auto stop firing off. So this tape deck clearly has a mechanical auto stop system. Which is good, because it means that it completely disengages the tape from its playback heads and from the pinch roller. I think that's good. So the tape is disengaged. It's still in the mechanism, but it's disengaged. As well as Teddy Ruxpin and the Airship book and tape, I also got the answer box and 3 book and tape sets for that. The books I got for that were Counting is Fun, and I also got the tape for that. It's now in Teddy Ruxpin. Let's Learn About Opposites and Colour My World. I've seen a few videos on YouTube of the answer box, but I've always found this thing fascinating. When I first saw the answer box in action, it was on a YouTube user, I believe the video was posted by the YouTube user Mossimo. I thought the answer box was being used with the Backpack Toys Teddy Ruxpin. That's the 2005 version, which uses digital cartridges as opposed to analog cassette tapes. And the reason why I thought that was because of what the answer box does. I mean, Teddy Ruxpin tells you to press one of the buttons on the answer box and it plays a little tune to tell you if you're correct or not. And also, you hear the response from Grubby. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. This must be the Backpack Toys Teddy Ruxpin. Well, it wasn't. It was one of the original Worlds of Wonder Teddy Ruxpins that was being demonstrated. And I now have the answer box. It does work. I tested it out this morning. It was working just fine. I do notice though, when you plug the answer box in, you've got to be very firm when plugging that cable in. You've got to, of course, be very careful that you don't damage the socket, but you've got to be very firm. So it plugs in to the socket here where Grubby plugs in, and you've got to push it in quite firmly. You've got to wiggle it and sometimes turn it around a little bit. I've discovered that if you don't plug it in properly, like what I've done, I think it feels a bit loose. I don't think it's plugged in all the way. If you don't plug the answer box in properly, you can have some issues with the answer box not working properly, and you sometimes don't get sound through the speaker in Teddy Ruxpin, or you hear odd buzzing noises and things like that. Now I think I've got that plugged in properly, so we'll try it and see if it works. When I turn Teddy Ruxpin on, the light has come on.
Hello, my friend. This is Teddy. And we've got lots to learn already. Why don't you push the button? Red or yellow, green or blue. Push the button. The answer box will answer you. It's lots of fun to play and learn. And the answer box gives you a turn. Why don't you push the button? Red or yellow, green or blue. Push the button. The answer box will answer you.
I think that song is extremely cute.
Hi there. How are you? I'm glad you could join me for my new Teddy Ruxpin Answer Box story. Just push the button next to the picture which best answers the question I asked you. Push a button when you hear this sound.
Of course, pressing the buttons now won't do anything because it hasn't asked you a question yet, but you can see that it's on
And
because
always
that light's
turn the
on.
page when you hear this sound. In this story, Grubby and I are giving a surprise party for a special guest. The party is going to start later this evening. But before everyone arrives, we want to clean and decorate the house for the party. As we get ready, we'll learn about numbers and counting. Gee, there's a number of things to do. Let's get started. Turn to page 1. Did you turn the page? Boy, I'm glad we have just one house to clean for the surprise party. Can you see the one house on page 1? Press the button next to the one house.
Now hopefully you hear the tune that it plays. And you can see the red lights on.
That's it. The yellow button is next to the one house. The house has one chimney and one window and one door. And there I am. Push the button next to the one picture of me. That's right. The red button is next to the one picture of me. Let's turn to page 2. Oh,
These
hi,
pages are
Grubby.
very
Who are you
thin.
waving at with your 2 arms?
I'm waving at the birds up in the sky.
Oh, I see them too.
The pages are quite thin, so it's a bit difficult to turn
Press
them.
them. 1, 2. Press the button next to the 2 birds.
Yep, there they go.
The blue button is next to the 2 birds.
And notice the house now has 2 windows and 2 doors on it.
See the 2 butterflies? They're next to the 2 round windows at the top of the house. Push the button next to the 2 round windows.
What I'll do now is I'll deliberately get the answer wrong, so hopefully this time you hear the tune that it plays to say you've got the answer wrong. I don't know how audible that was, but you may have heard that.
Oh, that's two of something else.
The yellow button is next to the 2 round windows. Look, I also see 2 very big rocks and 2 doors below the 2 round windows.
Too much, Teddy. Can we go on to 3 now?
Yes, we can, Grubby. We'll come back later to clean up the yard if we have time. Right now, let's go inside the house. We have lots of things to do in there. Please turn to page 3. Okay, Grubby, we have to straighten up the living room for the party.
Uh-oh, this room doesn't look quite ready yet. There are lots of things all over the floor.
I see 3 logs and 3 hiking boots and 3 chairs. Count them. 1, 2, 3. Press the button next to the 3 chairs.
Yes, sirree.
The green button is next to the 3 chairs. Grubby can sit on all 3 chairs at the same time. We'll need more than 3 chairs, though. We have a lot more than 3 people coming to our party. Do you know how many people are coming, Grubby? There'll be more than 3.
10,045?
No, Grubby, not that many.
Oh,
Now, let's put away the hiking boots. They don't belong in the living room. Press the button next to the 3 hiking boots.
Okay, I think you get the idea. The answer box does work. So we'll turn Teddy Ruxpin off.
The red button.
Yeah. I don't know how common this answer box is or how rare it is compared to some of the other Teddy Ruxpin merchandise that I know is out there. But I think this was sort of one of Worlds of Wonder's last products for Teddy Ruxpin. I don't know what year these came out, but I'm thinking it was late 80s. I just think it's incredible that for a device that uses a cassette tape, it's so intricate. The fact that, you know, the answer box communicates with Teddy Ruxpin in the way that it does. It's very linear in design, but also it's quite amazing how they've managed to do that. And of course, you would have noticed during the bit there when I was showing the answer box that Grubby's responses are muted according to the answer you pick. Really quite ingenious. Very impressive, I think. Anyway, overall, I'm happy with this Teddy Ruxpin. I like it. yeah, I'm quite happy with it. Well, I'll end the video now because it's going to be a long video as it is. It will take me a while to get it uploaded, so yeah, thanks for watching. Oh yeah, and before I do go, I know that the new DVD pack has come out, the 10-pack of DVDs from Image Entertainment. Blue Octopede has made a video about this on her YouTube channel. She's spoken about them. I know there's been a lot of talk about these DVDs because the promotional synopsis that was on the Amazon website made mention of the possibility of a new talking Teddy Ruxpin toy coming out. And that got a lot of people talking, particularly on Josh Isaacson's Teddy Ruxpin forum, which you can find at www.teddyruxpinonline.org. That's TEDDYRUXPINONLINE, teddyruxpinonline.org. And I read the synopsis on the Amazon website, as did so many other people, and there was a lot of excitement about the possibility of a new Teddy Ruxpin toy. Well, it would seem on the synopsis that's actually printed on the DVD box set, they have removed that line. And I know that Josh Isaacson was saying on his website and on the forum that it's not likely at this point, due to a number of different factors, that we will probably see a Teddy Ruxpin remake, as in the toy. So at this point it's not looking likely, which saddens me. I do hope that we do see one eventually, but at this stage it doesn't look like we're going to. So I guess we'll just have to all play it by ear and see what happens. It would be nice if something does happen, but I don't think we should be holding our breath out, because it doesn't look like anything's going to happen anytime soon. Which is really unfortunate, but oh well. I don't think there's a great deal we can do about it, really. Anyway, I'm going to stop this video now, so thanks for watching. Bye for now.